before I get slammed in the comment section, I know what you're thinking. It's enough of the public domain horror trend, or leave innocent cartoon characters alone. I personally love this trend. I love the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movies, the Mousetrap. I love all of it. And I find it, yeah, it's not the most creative idea. I mean, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey was, but then obviously, other directors and producers started in and it just became a little bit less creative, but I still love the whole entire trend. So here I will show you 5 public domain characters that I think deserve their own horror movies. Number 5, Tintin. I've never really been a fan of Tintin as he was just never really on my radar. But on January 1st, 2025, Tintin has entered the public domain. And I can actually see this being a horror movie. Think about it, it's a boy and his dog. And a lot of people seem to think that Scooby and Shaggy would make a very good horror movie. Take that, make it public domain, there we go. We can probably have a scene of Tintin telling his dog to kill, kind of something like that. And I'm also not sure if it's the boy named Tintin or if it's the dog named Tintin. Someone please tell me in the comments. I've never actually paid that much attention to it. But that idea could work. A boy and his dog being mass murderers. Like, I feel like that's kind of interesting, and I could actually see that. I got this idea whenever I seen that both him and Popeye the Sailor Man from the comic strip version, that is, entering the public domain, and we're getting Popeye the Slayer Man. So I thought, why not Tintin? Number 4, The Beauty and the Beast. Now, I understand where some potential confusion might come from with this part of the list. And I say that because a lot of people would probably recognize The Beauty and the Beast as a Disney film. And you'd be absolutely right. It is a legendary film that was made by Disney. But however, there's an original fairy tale version that is in the public domain. And even when I was little watching the Disney version, I always thought it would make for a great horror movie. Because think of it, it could go many ways. But in my opinion, the best way is kind of like the actual Disney film, but, you know, dark and twisted. Because think of it, this monster called the Beast is basically holding this girl captive. And in this hypothetical horror version, instead of having her fall for him, she's trying to escape him. And obviously, a few kills here and there from the Beast. And the only way she's going to get out is if she finds a way out or if she kills the Beast. I feel like that would actually make for a very decent horror film if they actually did it. Number 3, Casper the Friendly Ghost. This one would make for a very unique horror film in my opinion. The very original adaptation of Casper is in the public domain, and I genuinely think it would work. Also, calling it Casper the Unfriendly Ghost would be literally the perfect title. Just saying. But however, the storyline could go, a couple moves into a house, and there's a specifically oddly haunting being haunting this house. And they cannot figure out anything about it. But its name is Casper, and it's just horrifyingly evil, like doing very evil things, including even physical harm. Kind of make it like a Conjuring, except there is no solution. Like the Warrens, nothing like that. He haunts them until one of, if not both of them, die. It would just be so creepy. Especially because everybody knows Casper to be, hence the name, friendly. Number 2, Paul Bunyan. Okay, now hear me out. This is a very odd choice. But do me a favor. Take a look at this motherfucker and tell me otherwise. He's a lumberjack with a giant axe and a literal pet bull. Like, okay, his main source of killing is, of course, his strength and his axe. But okay, he could also use the bull too. Think of it. A survivor is running and he cannot catch up to them on foot, so he sends the bull after them, and then the bull stabs them with the horns. Like, it would just be perfect. And of course, you can lead to some very gory kills with that axe. Now, obviously, Paul Bunyan is a endearing character and would not ever harm somebody. But so is Winnie the Pooh, and Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3 is also happening. So, I mean, it could definitely happen. But he is in the public domain, so it could happen. Number 1, Felix the Cat. I absolutely love Felix the Cat. He is my favorite cartoon character secondary to Mickey Mouse. And I would love to see a horror film adaptation because Felix the Cat is far in the public domain at this point. He even predates Mickey. And what I absolutely love is just how wacky the Felix the Cat cartoons were. As a little kid, if you put anything regarding Felix the Cat on, I would most likely watch it because I just love the character. And think about it, his wacky shenanigans could easily work if they made a slasher film akin to something like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I know a comparison to the Mousetrap would probably make more sense, but it's basically a possessed guy in a mask with powers of teleportation and at the end telekinesis. So I think actually having it be the character like in Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey would make more sense. Now, I'm not sure if any of the segments with the magic bag are in the public domain, but imagine that if they use the magic bag in a horror film. That's some Inspector Gadget stuff right there. Like, that'd be insane. And so ends the video. That there was my picks for public domain characters that I believe should get their own horror films. Thank you so much for watching.